Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty 4. Today I want to talk about Modern Warfare Remastered a little bit more. I'm so excited for this game. I feel like most of my videos are about Modern Warfare Remastered, but this is a very big deal for me. This was the game that introduced me to the Call of Duty franchise. They're remaking it here in 2016. I'm very excited. And I have to ask the question to you guys, will Modern Warfare Remastered be more than what we expected? You see, originally, Modern Warfare Remastered was just going to be a remake of COD 4. No one really knew what the game was actually going to entail, and many people worried that it would be half-assed because it was just being tacked on as a bundle with Infinite Warfare with a net value of about $20. These worries went away, however, when Call of Duty XP came around. When COD XP came around, people were actually able to play Modern Warfare Remastered and post full gameplay of it here on YouTube, and we were able to see for ourselves that this game is going to have all the guns, it's going to have all the perks, and it's actually going to have all the maps as well. Originally, it was only going to have 10 maps, but they decided, you know what, fans want all the maps, and so they're going to give us a big free update in December, which is going to give us the final 6 remaining original Call of Duty 4 maps. The other day, I actually saw a Drifter video, and if you guys want to check it out, feel free to click the annotation on your screen or click the link to it down there in the video description. But in there, he actually sources some Charlie Intel articles that say Raven Software is planning to support Modern Warfare Remastered heavily post-launch. The focus of the video was how this opens up the possibility for Winter Crash to make a return, and I certainly hope so. Winter Crash was a PC exclusive map that took the original map Crash and they gave it a holiday theme, and they also set it at night. It would be really neat if Raven actually planned to bring this to the game in December, and it seems like it'd be very easy for them to actually implement this into the map rotation. Now, I know remastering maps actually takes a little bit of time, so of course that would be difficult, but actually implementing it into the game, I think that'd be pretty simple. All you do is take whatever percentage that Crash has to show up in the map rotation, divide that by 2, give half of it to Crash, give the other half to Winter Crash. It just makes sense. So this brings up the question, if this is a possibility, what else could Raven Software possibly have up their sleeves? I've talked in the past about a remastered Variety Map Pack DLC, which was the first and only map pack for Call of Duty 4. Is that in the works for Modern Warfare Remastered? Do they actually plan to bring this to the game, remaster the 4 DLC maps, and add it as a paid DLC later on? With this new inspect feature that we saw throughout all the trailers, are we opening the doors for event camos, perhaps secret camos, or even supply drops? Are they opening the door for that potentially? What if Raven Software actually treats Modern Warfare Remastered like a full-fledged game, and we see multiple map packs, including maps from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3? What if guns from other games can potentially leak or bleed into Modern Warfare Remastered? Is it possible that they may actually try to implement game modes from later Call of Duty games into special playlists in Modern Warfare Remastered? Now, I'm not saying these things need to be permanent or anything like that, but I think it'd be interesting if they were to take game modes that were invented long after Call of Duty 4 came out and put them on Call of Duty 4 maps with Call of Duty 4 guns. I think that'd be interesting to see what Hardpoint would be like in COD 4, or Fracture, or Capture the Flag, and so on. I know I'm getting super speculative here, but I'm just saying it's like every week we learn something new about something they're adding to Modern Warfare Remastered, and I'm just saying the possibility is there, and they said that they plan to heavily support this game post-launch, which is really interesting to me, because if they say they're going to be heavily supporting a game, it's like, what are you going to be adding to it? Like, and a big thing too is like right there in the title of the game, we're talking about Modern Warfare Remastered, right? We're not talking about Modern Warfare Remake, right? A remake is just, a carbon copy, remaking it, there you go. A remaster, they actually go in and tweak some things. We already saw that with the gold camo, right? They've already tweaked that around a little bit. They've added some extra things, like they gave domination at halftime. They gave us the inspect feature. They gave us round ending and game ending kill cams. They're adding a lot of things to this game, so is it possible that they're going to be adding in extra maps, extra guns, extra game modes? Like, I think that's all within the realm of possibility, but again, this is pure speculation. We do not have a beta coming from Modern Warfare Remastered. Unfortunately, we do have a beta coming for Infinite Warfare, which I'm definitely looking forward to, but we're going to have to wait until November 4th to learn anything more about Modern Warfare Remastered and what they have actually planned for the game. I think there's a lot of interesting things they could do with this, and it's very interesting to me, going full circle here back to the beginning of the video. When they first announced Modern Warfare Remastered, everybody thought that the game was just going to be a remake of COD 4. It was going to be partially half-assed and only have a couple of guns, only have a couple of maps. Originally, there's only going to be 10 maps. I have a bit of a conspiracy theory on that as well. Initially, they're like, yep, only 10 maps. Sorry, it's all we could do, 10 maps. And that's what everyone thought it was going to be really half-assed. But I think in reality, they probably planned to give us all 16 right from the get, but they announced it was going to have 10 maps so that they could later on be like, you know what, we're listening to the community. Here's all 16. When in reality, they actually plan to give us all 16 right away. I think that's definitely a possibility, but I'm definitely interested to learn more about Modern Warfare Remastered. Now, right now, they're saying that the game is only available while bundled with Infinite Warfare, but with all of this support, they plan to support it post-launch heavily. They're getting all 16 maps in there. It's going to have all the guns, all the camos. It's going to have absolutely everything. I definitely think that Modern Warfare Remastered is going to be available for individual purchase sooner rather than later. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense for Activision to leave all that money on the table by making it only exclusive while bundled with Infinite Warfare. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. They're putting way too much into this game. So the big question is, when are they going to make this game available for purchase? That's the big question. Now, I imagine it's going to be soon, right? I don't think we're going to have to wait 6 months or anything like that, but they're definitely going to continue using this as their betting chip with Infinite Warfare. They're going to continue to make it so it's bundled with Infinite Warfare, and if you want to play Modern Warfare Remastered, then you have to get Infinite Warfare as well. That's just Activision being Activision, and honestly, it's smart business. But eventually, I have no idea when, eventually, they're going to make this game available for individual purchase. They just absolutely have to, especially if they plan to support it heavily post-launch. Like, this doesn't sound like what's basically a pre-order bonus, right? It doesn't sound like a pre-order bonus game to me whatsoever. This sounds like a full-fledged multiplayer title, which may actually compete with the new Call of Duty in terms of player count. I hope both games actually show player count so we can actually monitor that all throughout the game's life cycle. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude this video. Will Modern Warfare Remastered be more than what we expected? I guess time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.